There we go, starting it off. Let's do it again. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's stream. We will do a little bit of a... We will do a show opening. Is that what it's called? An opening. Yeah. So, today... Actually, we can't play it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we don't do show openings usually. For this game. This game is HD Poker. My name is Pebble, and we're gonna get right into it. This is a game of let's just get like this out of the way. This is a poker game. It's a free game on Steam. If you want to play it, it's called HD Poker. Again, my name is Pebble. And I am I'm a low talker sometimes. I like to talk low. We'll talk normal. Don't worry. I enjoy talking, but I don't enjoy yelling. I really don't. I enjoy talking at room level. That's my joy. That's what we try to do on these things. I've never been one for the people that, yell or... Yeah. Like we're not going to pick on anybody today, but like, there's some streamers that literally are just screaming the entire time. There was an actor guy, actually. There's a guy who a lot of people know about. And his thing was constantly screaming. By the way, at the table here, let's take a quick look at our camera. I think our camera's in a decent place. Hold on, let's get back to the game. Queen 5. Somebody's betting pretty big here. We're going to fold that. I just don't think that was a good... This guy probably has a pair in his hand. Oh, he folded. Okay. Big Dave has something now. We had nothing. We had nothing for this one, so it's a good thing we were taken out of it early. But there was a guy who was an actor who was in what was the Ice Cube movie? Okay, it was called Next Friday. And the actor in it was a guy who really was known for yelling. He was actually not a very good I mean, he was actually a good actor. Let's see. He might not have been in this one. He was in the original one, I think. Man, what? I gotta find it now. Let's see. I gotta find it. Meanwhile, the game's going on in the background. Let's stay with the game here. I can't. You know what? I'm not gonna search for the guy, but the guy we will after the game. Let's stick with the game here. But I like going back and forth. But for now, let's get into the game and let's really get into it because I really want to win this game. But the guy, if you knew him. But the point is, like, that all the guy really did was, like, yell and scream. Like, he was just like, ah! He was, like, this really big, tall, black guy who looked like he could handle himself. But every scene that he would be in, he would be screaming like a little bitch. And it was, like, I didn't think it was funny, but it made that guy famous. He actually had a career. Then he ended up doing, like, karate movies with Jackie Chan. A lot of you people know this. I'm going to definitely raise this. I have 2 pair, which is huge. And at this point, the guy who went all in probably has the best hand. But I can win the side pot. So that's what I'm trying to do. Because he has a better 2 pair. He does have a better 2 pair. He won that pot, but the main pot was so small that I was able to come out okay with that. Come out really okay because we started with 800k in this tournament. So, yeah, I don't remember the guy's name, but it doesn't matter. But the guy was But that's my thing of like, I don't like that kind of. The guy, oh God, what's the guy's name now? I mean, he got like a whole career from just kind of doing that thing where somebody would have a gun and he'd be like, ah, ah, and he would scream like a girl, and I hated it. But in the 90s, he was very popular. Black comedy was very popular in the 90s. People really enjoyed watching black people be funny. It was, I mean, I'm telling you, I lived it. Black culture in America was very, very big. Black culture, comedy, black TV, black comedy in television. Black stand-up was big. Martin Lawrence was huge. Will Smith was big. Like, the thing of, like, where people talk about, like, the height of black culture was definitely in the 90s. I mean, it's probably bigger now, actually. But I feel like it was more popularized. And, like, if you went, like, out in public as a white person, if you had any bit of white inside of you, you were not popular. You weren't looked at. People didn't want to hear from you. We were basically, like, my take on it as the white guy, which maybe what I'm saying is considered controversial. I don't think so, because anybody who was around in the 90s knows. And I was in the military in the 90s. So I will tell you even more as we stay in the game here, and we will continue the conversation. It's interesting, actually, today. 4-4, Ace King 6-8, 4-4-5-5. There's the 6. That's where the 4s hurt you. And Ken Block takes it with 2 pair. Cheesy 69, a cheesy name too. It's like, kind of glad they got kicked out. And we're down, ladies and gentlemen, to 4 players. And we still have a respectable, everybody's doing really well actually at the table. People are playing well. Ken Block, aka Chicken Head, is betting an extra 16K, which is what you would expect a player with that many chips to do. Not unusual. We don't have it. We definitely don't have it. We're going to fold this hand. And I know exactly what I was talking about. And it's actually very interesting what I'm about to say. Oh, we had the flush. We had the flush, but we gave it up. And it was smart to give up. But, ooh, that would have been a nice win. All right. Van Pebble looking for the win today. Looking for wins only today, man. Feeling good. We've been playing poker. I was playing some of this game last night. And, yeah, we're feeling strong. The poker game feels strong. We're doing incredibly well. Two guys going all in. Ken obviously having more chips. And it looks like one more spade will get it for you. And there you go. There you go. Nice flush. That's actually very good for the game, evening it out a little bit more, giving everybody a chance here. Because Ken Block had about 3 mil. He lost a mil there, and he's still in great shape. Shack Tin Yo Mouth. I'm gonna fold that. I had maybe a chance. Queen 8, 6, 7. I think Ace 3 could have. There's the Ace. We actually could have won this one. We could have won this one. That would have been us. So there you go. I'm gonna show that I had the Ace there. And we got to be careful of not getting pushed around, because these big chip guys, they'll do that. They'll push you around. Push you around. Yeah, when you try to talk racism with people who know a little bit of stuff, who lived it, who were around, like, dude, I was in the military in the 90s. So I was overseas. I was in Japan in 1993 or 4. I was in Japan for a whole year. Probably 1993 was probably the. And I can tell you the climate of racism from what I saw. Okay, I didn't see everything, but from what I saw, as a 20-year-old white guy, Italian. So we had guys that, were pretty cool. I was cool with everybody. When you're in the military, everybody's pretty cool. But there definitely was the black guys stuck together. I'm sure the Mexican guys did too. In many ways, the military is like prison. In many ways. In many ways, it is. We have Ace Queen here, guys. We're gonna ride this out. I expected that. I don't expect to play this. We are looking for a jack here. I will fold this because I still have a lot of money and I'm not ready yet to do it. But I should have. I should have played. This guy's just fucking playing garbage. I mean, they're both just playing garbage. But I still would have lost. I would have lost that, though. Alright, this is interesting. I'm going to go all in on this one with 4-4. And so far we're winning. That's bad, actually. That's the 4 we needed right there. Great play, Van Pebble. We put ourselves in a really good position. Wait. Oh, the straight beat us both. I was so excited that I won that. That was tough. That was good. It was well played, and we actually did well there. All right, let's get into another tournament. Let me get into my controversial, which is not really that controversial, actually. We'll play some music as we celebrate the first game in the books. We didn't win, but it looks like I feel good about this table. Hopefully this will fill up, and then we'll get ourselves into an 850K too if we need to, just in case the 80K doesn't fill up. So what I'm saying, and this is really, I'm not saying it to be controversial, but I definitely want to get this out there. When I was in the military in 1992 to 1996, basically, I was in it for about 4 years, give or take. We got out a little early. And I've told this story before that we actually got ourselves kicked out. I didn't want to be in the military anymore. There was no wartime going on, and I had already served in Japan and California. By the time I got to California, I mean, it's a long story. We won't get into that now. But when I was in Japan for a year, the culture, first of all, let me say this. The most popular music was rap. Wu-Tang had just come out with an album like a year or two before I was in Japan. The culture of hip-hop was huge, and black guys were seen as movie stars in Japan. If you were black in Japan, you were like a celebrity just for being black. They just loved to see that kind of different culture. And really, you might as well just not even been in the street if you were white. Like, nobody cared. Like, actually, we were second in line. Like, the white guy was popular. The white guy with the blonde hair and the blue eyes was second. It was black. I think they called him Gaijin. I think that's what they called him. Let me see if maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Gaijin is something else. Oh, foreigner. I guess we were all Gaijins. Okay, never mind. But the black Gaijin was the real, they're like movie stars. Like, they were very, very popular. And so we'd walk through the streets of Japan, and black guys would literally just take your girl from you. They would just, like, while you were sitting there talking, and I guess all guys would do this, but like, you were just not, as a white person, you didn't really exist. And the whole 90s felt that way. Like, I just felt like we weren't cool. We were told that we can't jump, we can't dance, white man can't jump. And it really, if you want to talk about, a lot of white people became very bitter about that. I did not. I understood, like, For us, we were always kind of taught as a kid growing up white, and my dad was like a school teacher. It was always kind of like their day must come, you know what I mean? Like, black people had a really hard time in the 70s where I grew up, and, you know, black people were not allowed on buses sometimes. Like, it was really bad. So 20 years later, it made sense that the tide would turn, and it did in a big way. By the way, we're playing poker again. So that's all I really had to say about that. We can turn the music off as well. Black people were very popular, but it took them a really long time to get there. 20 years. And in the 1990s, I would say all the way through the 2000s, there was just a lot of like really good changes for black people. Now, obviously it didn't continue because now we're still stuck with, you know, a lot of problems with race and racism. But I would like to say that the 90s, if you want to tell me like that, what was it like for you in the 90s? It was hard for me in the 90s to get noticed as a person of like quote unquote white. Because remember, people don't care about the Italian thing. They just see white. Like, if you're an Italian in New Jersey or Philly, which I grew up in Philly and around that area, you were just considered a white guy. Like, it was just considered white. The real Italians were the guys that were like, Manso Lochisa. And, like, I had an Italian grandparent. I had Italian grandparents. I had an Italian grandfather. I had an Italian grandmother. And they were both from Italy. They were both very Italian. But that look skipped me. Like, my dad looked like his parents, and he looked like an Italian guy. But then my mom was a super white lady. So it just kind of like, I ended up, because I'm a boy, I guess I ended up looking more like my mom. So I'm more like, if you look at me, you're really going to see like a white guy. And that's what we got. That was my experience in the 90s, was you had to prove that you weren't like, you really had to like be careful. Nobody used the N-word. Like, you were, white guys didn't. Maybe some of the rapper guys did. But yeah, there was never, I never used the N-word in anger, nor did I use it in comfortability. I never thought like, come on, N-word, please. You know, like, we knew very quickly, like, this is not your culture. Sometimes you even felt weird watching something or listening to rap music, because people would be like, what do you listen to, rap music? Do you like rap? Like, it was like, if you're white, you're not supposed to really do that. That's what it was like in the 90s. A lot of people, I like to say stuff like that because a lot of people don't know that. Some people grew up in the 90s that don't know that. Maybe they were, if you're a kid, like I was a kid in the 70s, you know, you don't experience this as much because you're a kid growing up at that time period. I do remember like a lot of the stuff that was racial problems. I remember hearing about it the 60s as I was growing up in the 70s. But when the 70s was happening, there was a lot of like, respect, you know, your brother and this kind of thing. And when I had a friend, and I brought a friend home and they were black, my parents were so happy. I mean, because it was they were like, oh, let's hope this kid isn't going to be some racist piece of shit. I think that was a concern, because I just think that it was such a problem when I was growing up, racism. It was a real problem. Real problem. So like I said, by the time the 90s came around, it was like almost reversal, where you felt like, holy shit, like, we're not liked because we're white. People don't like, I mean, I've had people call me white devil, like in the 90s. Because started working gas stations around 97, 2000, and they were still having a hard time being a white guy because you were just not cool. It wasn't the flavor. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to think of like nationalities as flavors, like, we were not a popular flavor. And I think like many people would go, oh, come on, it's always been a popular flavor. I'm telling you what I experienced. I don't know what other people experienced. as a guy who's just an average guy that wasn't given money by my family, struggled my whole life as a poor person, basically. Good luck getting sex when you're a poor white guy. And it's probably the same. But it was really hard in the 90s. And I was a guy that was trying to get laid in the 90s because I was, a kid. I was young. So there you go. There you go. So interesting table here. I mean, we definitely are a little bit low. We've been playing a little fast and loose at this table. I'll be honest. A little fast and loose. I feel like we're tightening up a little, which is good, in a good way. We're folding more, which is good. Ooh, Rai Bonsai, big win. Woo! Give him props there. Give him a little props. Oh, is Van Pebble, are you blocking? Okay, I'm blocking a little bit here. Let me do this. There you go. We're gonna play this. Sorry. Good job. Yes. There's the jack. This is what we need, man. We needed a big hand here. We don't want to let this one get away. We're gonna bet. That's a pretty big bet, actually, for me. I need this one. 8, 10 would beat us right now. 8 and 10. And we're gonna keep betting big here, and we're gonna go all in. Because I think we've got this hand. I'm hoping we do, ladies and gentlemen, all in. And he had the ace-jack, so he beats us. And there is game 2 in the books. And we're playing well, but not good enough. But those were small tables. And the bigger tables that play for bigger money are the ones we want to win. I'm hoping this table fills up, but for some the 80 million table is never the popular one. It's either the 200 million. Anything else is almost more popular than the 80 mil, but I feel good. 7 people is a lot. So hopefully we can get a couple more people at this table. And then let's put on some music. 7 out of 9. Come on, we only need 2 more players. And we'll play a little bit of music here. And this should be non-copyright. That's what I'm hoping. It's just some dude in a library. Well, how did he work this out? He was able to go to a library and DJ in the library. Pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. The 80 million. This is all I want to just sit down and play a bunch of poker today. This is what I wanted to do. Van Pebble here with you. We will switch to the Yosemite room. Even though I like this room a lot, it's cool looking. This is a nice tournament here. $80 million has the potential for us. We've already lost 2 tournaments. I'm starting to feel good. I'm starting to feel loose. I'm starting to feel awake. I'm drinking a Coca-Cola. It's not sponsored, but they could sponsor me if they wanted to, but they probably don't. Why not? I don't know. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Okay, we have we have aces. We're just gonna check it along if we can. There's a big bet there. Chances are he does have an ace in his hand, or hearts, or just a 10. He could have a low pair. He's gonna bet for sure. And we're going to fold this one, and we're just going to be happy we didn't lose worse. And we're having a tough time here, but... Okay, so he did have us, so that's good. That makes me feel good. He had ace-king, which is great. And sometimes you got to take that L. You've got to take that L. Listen, Van Pebble is far from a rookie. I'm hoping somebody makes a bet here. Yeah, because I'd like to make some money off of this one. I think this guy probably has like a flush draw, is my guess. I'm gonna raise it and make him a little uncomfortable. He goes with it because he thinks all he needs probably is a spade. I'm sorry, a club. I'm sorry. Same color. We're going to go all in because we just had lousy luck lately, and I don't think he's going to follow us through this one. I would be really surprised if he did, because we both know what he's looking for. I mean, we both know you were looking for a club, right? That's what he was trying to... That's would make sense. So that's good. That takes us to 83 million, and now we're back at where we were, and that's where we want to be. I just fell behind there for a minute. This is great. This is great. That kind of like a little bit of a reset for Van Pebble, which is what we needed. And there's the kings. So how are we going to play this? Let's take a look. It all depends on what the rest of the room does. We kind of want everybody to sort of play along here. So we're just going to call it. We want to get as many people in as we can. And we do have the best hand here. And so we're going to go a little bit over the top here and try to win. Let's see. The main pot is at 5 mil. Depending on what everybody does here, maybe we'll just bet a couple million. That'll keep us at 80 mil. In case we need to duck out of this one, but I don't see us ducking out. And that would put the pot up to a total of 9. The jack couldn't have helped him. Oh, it could have actually, because there's another jack. Okay, so we could have a jack, so we're just going to check it. He's betting $1 million. I'll bet $1 million. And there we go. I figured he had... Actually, he just made that pair, so he really had, like, nothing. That's interesting the way he played that. And we're sitting good with 90 mil. King 6. I will play that because we're doing good on money right now. And we're on a roll. A little bit of a roll. Okay, we're just going to check it. Starting to get away from us a little bit. We'll check fold. Check or fold. There's the queen. If we had a 10, we would have had a straight. We have really nothing. Somebody could have a flush there. I don't know. Could we win with a high card? Maybe. There's the flush. Nice flush. And we'll fold. And we're sitting good here. We're sitting good. We just want to stay in this game long enough to get top 3, then top 2, then win. That's the goal. I hope people watch my... I really want you guys to watch something for me. Please, for me, guys. I'm so desperate, aren't I? No, I'm not desperate. But I would like you guys to see my last, all my streams. Go watch it all! The stream where we did the card opening this week was really fun, and I'm really happy about it. We had a double camera, because we tried something a little different this time. Because I'm trying to up my game. I'm not the richest guy in the world, but when I have money, I like to put it into the streams. And I got myself a camera that's sort of like, can you sort of see this? It's like a college, it's what colleges use. A lot of professors will use it when they're teaching their class. They'll put this camera, and they'll let it sit down on the book or whatever they're showing. And then you could see it on the big screen, the camera. So we use this camera for the card opening stream. I thought it would be cool. And it looks like it's working pretty good. I actually have a fantasy of somehow getting like a really, really good camera for the card streams, but it's so expensive. And it seems like the way we're doing it is working great. So as the game continues, we get a queen jack on the pre-flop. We're going to play that. And we are the B, in case you're wondering who I am in this game. I am the B. I am the B Van Pebble. Van Pebble. We do have a jack, which is probably one of the best cards on the table. Somebody could be going for a flush draw here. We're going to bet, see who's got what. This would be a nice little pot to win here. And so probably I would guess there's a potential straight on the board. So we're just going to check. I don't see any fours. And there's the flush. Okay, good. So we lost a little bit there, but not too much. Looking good. I believe this would be called limping in. I think that's what it's called. Let's do it like this. Let's look into it. What does it mean to limp in poker? What does it mean to limp in poker? So we're looking for the 10 here. Somebody bets 8 mil. That's a big bet. And we have nice cards, but we're going to fold that. We don't want to play around. I'm going to show this guy what I had, though. Refers to calling the big blind instead of raising when it's your turn to bet. That's exactly what I did. So I was right about that. If I'm on the big blind, which I was, and I call instead of raising, I'm limping in. So there you go. I'm learning. This is what I love about this website, because it's fucking free, man. I'm sorry, but I can't believe that this game is free. I don't want to tempt anybody, but like... Yeah, don't tempt fate. Exactly. It's a great game. Because you can really learn about poker by playing this game. Like, you can get better at it. Like, obviously, we're playing with, like, it shows us the value of our hand, which is technically cheating. But I like it because it just gets me used to kind of, when I automatically know the value, I'm hoping that someday I would call those training wheels, and that someday we could get those training wheels taken off, like in real life, when we go to like a poker casino and we're actually playing poker. The problem with gambling in Seattle, Washington is it's highly illegal to gamble. And if you want to do any kind of gambling, any kind of betting, anything, you have to actually be on the casino site. You have to be, you physically have to be there to make any kind of a bet. It's got to be in some kind of a sanctioned, I believe that's the word, gambling area. It needs to be sanctioned by the government. And the only people that I believe that are actually sanctioned are Native Americans, since they own, like, you know, when their land was unfairly taken from them. we grew up knowing that too as kids. Like, I don't know if it's because my dad was a teacher, but we kind of grew up knowing, like, there's some people that, like, were unfairly treated. There are people where the land was taken from the Indians. Black people were slaves, da-da-da-da-da. And you just grew up automatically going, okay, well, so, like, not only can we not feed into that, but, like, those people are going to have their comeuppance, and we need to, like, be ready for that. So you're always sort of ready for somebody to be, like, mistreated, and you have to always be ready to step up for those people. Like, I even as a guard, I will tell you this, when I see a black person enter the site, I'm always way more cautious about how I deal with those people, and I give them a lot of space, because a lot of times the person that will look at a security guard the most is a black person, because they get treated like shit by cops so much that I know that they're looking at me for me to just start fucking with them, and it sucks. And I know it sucks for them, and I'm gonna cry. No, but I'm not going to cry, but I know that I feel good about knowing that, though. Like, I grew up knowing that, but also, like, I'm smart enough to know that. I was in the military with a lot of black guys, and, like, you know, you just understand it as you grow older, especially since I was born in 73, man. That was not far from when, like, the 60s. When literally, like, a black woman was not allowed to sit in the back of a bus, or was told to sit in the back of the bus. So, ladies and gentlemen, we see the flush on the table. We know it's there. Obviously, he had it, right? How stupid would I have been to have played a queen right there? I would not have done it. Yeah, if I'm a security guard now, and I see, like, it happens a lot, and you'll see other people there, kind of, not a lot, but sometimes, like, or maybe you'll see a white person, like, look at a black person, and, like, why? Because he's black is the only reason. That's not good, man. So, yeah, you got to be really careful about racism as a security guard, and the fact that I'm a white security guard. That's where I'm given, like, extra responsibility to be super fair to people. Like, and sometimes I'll even say it, like, hey, man, like, I don't bring race into it, but sometimes I'll say to people, like, you give people a break, like, you let them park in the, if there's not a lot of people around. I'm going to play this hand here. We have, like a handicap parking. Sometimes I'll say, like, somebody accidentally will park there, and I'll be like, this time just do it. And sometimes I'll say, like, you know what, because I want you to see security guards in a good light. We're not always just, like, up your butt, sometimes we'll give you a break. I am going to play this hand, which is, there's the ace we were looking for. I don't like the potential flush on the table, but I do know that this guy must be desperate. And I don't think he made a flush. I think we have the best hand here, guys. I could be wrong. He's probably going to go all in, maybe. I don't know. Oh, there's the straight. Okay. So that was a tough hand for us there. We got beat pretty bad on that one. Takes us down to 45 mil. We will persevere. But that's good. I'm glad we talked about that too, actually. Because a lot of us saw the 90s and the uprising of, like, culture in America was predominantly black in the 90s. If you don't see that, I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. I mean, Quentin Tarantino basically was, like, writing movies about, like, I think that movie came later. The one I'm thinking of was the black slavery thing was a little later. Django Unchained was later. But I mean, if there's anybody that wanted to be a black guy, it was Quentin Tarantino. And that was a thing when I was growing up. It may sound embarrassing, but, like, white people, basically the black style, we emulated it. Like, look at Vanilla Ice, fucking Eminem. I mean, You know what I mean? It's like we were very affected. America was very affected by black culture in the 90s. And I think some of it was great and some of it was shitty. Some of a lot of the rap wasn't very good, and a lot of it was like the gangbang mentality, the pimp thing. Why people suddenly were like talking about pimp in a good way. Like, man, look at me, I'm a pimp. Like, pimps are not good. You don't want to be a pimp. You don't want to be a pimp, man. It's the most disgusting cockroach thing you could ever want to be as a pimp. But it was celebrated. Now we're in a situation now. We're in a situation here, guys, where we have the Queen 5. There's not a lot of people in this hand. There's 2 other people in this hand. If we could just get the Queen, that's what we needed to get this. We're going to try to double up here and go beyond doubling up. Obviously, we're going to go all in here. We're taking this thing all in. And there's a good chance we get this one. There it is. Oh, he's got the straight, though. Yeah, this is just a very tough... There we go. So he got us. He got us with the straight. We've got 6 million left. 7-5 of diamonds. We're going to go all in, obviously. And this is the last hurrah. And if we can win this one, we can eke our way back. But I don't see it happening. Not with that flop. I'm a positive guy, but not with that flop. We need a diamond here. Need the diamond. Gotta have a diamond. It's gotta be a diamond. And there it is, folks. This could go well for Van Pebble. And it does. It goes incredibly well for us. We won 43. I mean, that brings us, at least we're not gone. We're still in this, and we get an ace-king. This is our chance to really get in this game, folks. We were at one moment there, we were just down and out. And now we're very much involved in this. We're very much in this game. Ace King. All in. People are like, yeah, we're right. What has he got? We actually have something great. So we're hoping somebody plays us. They do. And we're looking really good. There's the king. And there it is, folks. 134 million. Don't ever count a good poker player out. I'm not even going to get cocky with it. Van Pebble's this, Van Pebble's that. I know this game really well, and I know that that's possible to do. This guy's throwing 19 mil out there. I almost want to play it with him, but I'm not going. I almost wanted to play that. There's the ace king again, folks. Now we're hoping that Moon Wishery, who is one of the lower stacks, we want him to go all in here. Got a really good hand here. Ace king. There's the king. And we're going to try to steal this pot as well. So we're going all in. This would give us a tremendous pot. If we win this pot, we're really, really, really up. There's the ace. That's not good. That is good. Actually, no, that's perfect. We have an ace too. Sorry, I lost focus there for a minute. We have $228 million, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm trying to tell you is we're back. That was really good maneuvering. Really good maneuvering, because we were down. I mean, we were way down, and we brought ourselves not only back, but on top. And at this point of the game, there's a lot of players that don't have a lot of money. So that was a good move by us to get up there, because now these guys are all going to take each other out. So there goes Annie's got 191 million, and now this guy, Andresito, he's gone. Andresito, whatever his name was, he's gone. No longer. We got Wizard Merlin with 28 mil. The antes are extremely high. These guys are now all just all in. Everybody's just going all in. They're panicking. Van Pebble's sitting at the table nice and cool with 228 million. Let these guys fight it out. All these guys going all in. They really have no choice but to go all in. They've got nothing left. They didn't make that move that Van Pebble made. He's going to have to be a real wizard to win this one. Jizzy B-Boy checks it. Obviously, a lot of guys don't have a lot of confidence in their hand here. A lot of people in this hand here. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win this? This is exciting. There's 5 people left at the table. Oh, 7s. Big win there. And we're just going to let everybody just... let them play it out. Ever Buckman with a big play there. Ever Buckman probably has something. There you go, Jacks. Going for the flush. Ooh. Getting the flush is Cards Fan, and that brings them up to 32 mil. They're pulling up Van Pebble. We've got Ace 2. We're on the big blind. Just 30 million. It's very big. There's the 2 on the table. Okay, we can bet 2 million. There's the kings. We've got 2s and kings. And those guys had jacks. Let's see, Jack 5. I might play this only if it's heads up with Annie. If it's not heads up with Annie, I won't play it. But if these guys decide to come in, maybe Wizard Merlin, but... Jack 5 is just not something I want to play. That's interesting because we had, okay, he had an ace. We had the potential flush on that one, but I wouldn't have wanted to play that one through. And now we've got 3 players at the table that are really just barely holding on. Well, 2 players that are barely holding on. Cards Fan's doing good. Card Fan has a chance here. If Card Fan can get this one, if they can hold their own in this one, they'll have a nice big, probably 100 and something mil, if they can get this one. But it looks like Ever Buckman's got something. Jack Queen, that's going to do it for Cards Fan. So we lose another player, which is good. There they go. And now Ever Buckman is sitting real nice with 327. Ace 5, I'm definitely going to play this. Oh, Ace 5 and Ace 6. Brutal. Van Pebble just... What could we possibly do here? It looks like there's possibilities for us. Oh my goodness. That was really nicely done. Even though they only won, like... Alright. That was nicely done, though. All right, let's see if we can get these guys out of here. I'm all in on this one. I'm going all in. Ace Queen's a very good hand to go all in on. Yes! We really needed that. We really needed that. And we're split a little bit of the pot there with them. So they have 11 mil. We have 226 mil. And there's still a lot of people left here. But the antes are very high. So we're definitely getting to the nitty-gritty here. This is the nitty-gritty. All in, Annie. Ever Buckman, what are they going to do? They call it. They have 4-8. Basically, they made that call because they thought, what the hell? I've been there before. It's not a very good place to be. You don't want to be in that place. You don't want to be going, what the hell? It's not good, and that could end up hurting them in the long run in this tournament. That could end up hurting them in the long run. I'm going to go ahead and fold because I don't have to play this. I was going to play that because it was a good hand, but compared to those hands, it's not a good hand. And the aces, will they hold? I believe they will. There's the ace. So Izzy B-Boy still in this thing, and they're holding on, man. They're holding on for dear life. 60 mil is a huge bit to play here. Very nice. We ended up getting that one. It helps to have a lot of money at the end of these tournaments. When the antes get high like this, man. So what I'm not going to do what Ever Buckman did, which 7-5, hey, there's a chance, though. I mean, there is a chance. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 or 8 would have given us a straight, but I wouldn't have wanted to be in this position. And it looks like 9s and 4s. So there you go. Izzy B-Boy is gone, finally. And now there's 4 players left. And we're looking, obviously, to win it all, but really what we're looking for is top 3. And it looks like this would do it if we could win this one right here. So we got the king and the 10, 2 pair. It's a beautiful looking 2 pair. We're going to go all in here. We have a real chance here. In fact, just give it to us. This is us right here. So Van Pebble wins that pot. It's a really nice pot, 347 million. We get rid of Ace, or AE, whatever that person's name is, A with 2 E's. And now we're back at the table with 3 players left here. Let's see what we can do. Antes are quite high. The antes are quite high. King 6. We got nothing here, man. We got nothing. Oh my god. So we lost a player, it looks like, right? No, he's still in it? Fuck. Alright. Blinds are ridiculous. Somehow we missed the blind. This would be cool to steal this, but I don't think King 6 is going to steal this. And this could be it for one of these guys here. I wouldn't be surprised. This should be the end. Queens, if they hold up here, Annie's going to be... there you go. Ever Buckman has 10 million left. And this is going to do it for Ever Buckman. Looking for a 9 or a 4 here. All right. There you go. Annie takes it. Annie's the high lady here at the table. I've got nothing left, basically, but there is a chance I could win this still. But we took second, which is really good. We're actually up. But we want to win this whole thing. I'm going to call it because it's heads up. 7-9. This should be the end of the game here. Unless we get lucky. There it is. There's the luck. All right. We're still in this fucking game. And we could still win this game. There's the 7s. God damn, is that lucky. We're going all in. What a lucky number 7s. Ooh. Oh my God. All right, we still haven't won this thing, but what a fucking hand that was. 10-8, King 6. Come on, baby, give it to me. You know, feeling lucky today. Come on. One more club. Give me another club. Throw another club in there. Come on, baby. So Annie's still there. And there's the jacks, and this should do it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jack, Jack, Ace, King. Come on, baby. Play it through. Ah, there's the ace. You don't want to see that. Maybe another jack. It's the only way we can win this thing. Fucking hell. So that's good. We got a good back and forth. This is a good way to end the stream as well. 10-6. He goes all in with 10-6, which is insane to do. It's insane to do because he's got the better hand here. It's a really stupid play by me, but I just felt it. I felt like there was a chance. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We got so lucky right there. So lucky, so lucky. Queen 8. I'm going to go all in. Yes. That's a good one. This should get us. Come on, baby. There it is. There it is. And that should do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Van Pebble wins. That's a huge win. Great way to end the stream. Great way to end our playing day, our streaming day. What a good feeling to get that win. That was a really hard-earned victory. 300,000 in the bank. And that's going to do it for old Van Pebble. That was fun. Very fun today. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the stream. Thank you for watching. We might try to pull one more stream out of our ass tonight because we got time. But that could do it. Or we might play some Marble Trap because I feel we could still play some games. But that's going to do it for the poker stream. Sometimes we do a bonus stream, but I feel like that was a really good poker stream. Thanks a lot for watching. I would like to tell people and remind people that I do have a decent social media presence. We could always get better. I always feel like we should try to stream on different platforms. Like I should try to stream on Kick, and should try to, and we'll look into that. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, it's just Twitch and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, of course. On Twitter, follow us as well. We're Van Pebble. We basically just talk about sports. It's very fun. And then you could donate money to Thomas Palvino, who is the same guy. It's Van Pebble, Thomas Palvino, same guy. At Thomas Palvino, no caps, and that's no lie. At Thomas Palvino, no spaces, small letters, and that's the PayPal. And you can send cash to me if you want to. It's an option, you know. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, the thing that really, really pumps our blood is the YouTube page. It's really, really good. It's been pumping lately. It's a machine that just keeps growing and growing. And look at how many videos we have up there. We put at least like if you're new and you've never heard me talk about this before, I'll say it quickly. I am a content creator. I create content. That's what we do. There's at least, I make sure that when the week ends on Friday, you've got at least 7 to 8 videos, if not more. Each video is an hour to 2 hours long, sometimes longer. If we're putting the content up and you like it, if we're doing that, then you should subscribe. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That felt good. Did you feel good like I did? Do you feel like I feel?
A newspaper ad, I see.
Do you feel like I do? Thank you very much, guys, for watching the stream. We didn't do any singing stuff. No, do that. It's a good stream. It's a tight stream. Very tight stream. We were creative. We were fun. We were loose. We were lucid. And we had that big win at the end there. Thanks, guys. You're either going to see me again tonight playing Marble Trap, or you'll see me tomorrow doing the last couple streams. I'm going to try to fit in like 2 or 3 streams tomorrow, and that'll be it for the week. We're just going to keep doing this. We're going to keep getting better at this. And I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Pebble, and I am the fuck out of here after this music. Play the music a little bit longer, and we'll get out of here. We'll play the music for like another couple hours, and then we'll... Just a couple days. 48 hours, no big deal. And again, this stream was not sponsored. Was not. But if they ever wanted to sponsor me, Al Capone cigarillos. This is literally, back in my day, we're talking a lot about back in our day, you know, people would get like a thing like this, and they would cut it up, and they would take out the guts of the tobacco, they call it guts, and they would throw pot in there and they'd smoke it. I don't do that. No, these are literally cigarillos. They're little cigars. I like smoking cigars, but I don't like smoking big fat cigars because they make me sick. So what I'll do is I'll get an Al Capone little cigarillos. It's expensive though. These are like $15 a pack, but I don't smoke a lot, and it smells so good, and it smokes so good. And that's free advertisement. It doesn't get more free than that. Al Capone cigarillos. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm out of here. God bless you. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.